Now, I got to log my own film from this morning. We'll be logging the 2024 film Heretic, which I will be giving 3 stars. I will be giving it a heart, and I agonized over whether it was going to be heart or no heart, but I'm going to give it a heart. And I'll tell you why I'm giving it a heart. I think the first 2/3 were very good, and it falls apart in the final third. But I always try to consider an experience like a movie is the area under the curve, not simply how you felt about the very last thing in the movie you saw. So I think that overall, I had a 3-star heart experience. Even if it was a 4.5 for the first hour, and then it was like a 2 for the last 45 minutes. That's my thoughts on the subject. Also, the Golden Globes are a fucking joke, man. How was Hugh Grant nominated for Best Acting Performance by a Male Actor in a Musical or Comedy for Heretic? That's not a musical or a comedy, man. Yeah, there's a couple giggles in it, but like, you know what it is though? It's like, and I understand it though, I disagree with it. It's the idea, it's the fetishization of drama at the expense of every other genre that exists in filmmaking. It's like we nominated the best dramatic actor, and then there's the best actor in everything that wasn't a drama. Man, fuck you, you close-minded. What? Well, I don't know. I didn't watch the show this year, so maybe he does do a Jar Jar Binks impression, people. He does do a Jar Jar Binks impression.
Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar, excuse me. Never mind.
He does go, Jar Jar, you know? Excuse me, something like that. What does he say? Something like that. Can I say so? So I'm like 3 days on or 4 days on from having seen The Substance now. At the risk of having my ass beaten bright red, am I crazy to think that it might have worked better as a 75-minute long episode of an anthology horror series? Like a Guillermo del Toro's Cabinets of Curiosity or even a Black Mirror or something like that, instead of a 2-hour and 20-minute long feature-length production. Redditor take? No. There's not a Reddit. You can't just, everything you disagree with is not a Redditor take. A Redditor take would be like, wow, this movie is so epic. This might be the most epic movie I've ever seen. But honestly, could somebody please explain it to me? Like, I don't get it. Demi Moore is so beautiful as is. I think if they really wanted to drive home the fact that Elizabeth Sparkle was ugly, they should have hired an uglier actress like Sarah Jessica Parker. That's a Reddit take, okay? This might be like a different kind of brain dead, but don't excuse it. Don't confuse it, I should say, with a Reddit take. What do you guys think's winning Best Picture? It's a tough one. I need to watch. This shit is pissing me off. I'm sorry. I want to see all the Best Picture nominees, okay? I think I've seen 4 or 5 of them. I'm not paying $24.99 to rent Wicked. I'm not paying $29.99 to rent A Complete Unknown. Listen, buddy, ain't it just like the night to play tricks on you when you're trying to be so fucking quiet? $29.99 for an Ultra HD rental of A Complete Unknown? Are you fucking strung out for days in the Chelsea hotel writing Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands for you? You must be out of your fucking mind, bro. I'm watching the stock price every day. I'm going to Google Finance and typing in The Brutalist, typing in Nickel Boys. Unfortunately, they've been very stable lately. I need them to go through a correction before I feel comfortable shelling out for the purchase. It's not fair, but like Amazon Prime Video tried to get me to pay $2.99 to watch Saturday Night, which I actually heard was like really good, or pretty good, very watchable. And I said, I'm sorry, man. I'm paying $6.99 for Sing Sing instead. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm not motivated to watch another. I already watched Don't Think Twice from Mike Birbiglia. I'm not sure if I need any more, man. You think you could run a conclave? I would rather run the conclave than be one of the cardinals trying to win the papacy. I'll tell you that much. Can I tell you the one thing that bothered me in Conclave? I'm not sure if you've seen it. I'm not going to spoil anything. Could they have been, not to be Jerry Seinfeld, could they have been any slower at casting their votes? Like 98% of the Cardinals know who they're voting for. Do they really have to walk up one at a time to put the ballot in the ballot box? There's like 170 Cardinals or something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's a good movie. I liked it. Listen, Gen Z is going to actually beat me to death in the streets for this. I'm not an Academy member, obviously, because until like the last couple of years, I'd only seen like 4 movies this decade. Of the Best Picture nominees that I've seen, Conclave might be my pick for Best Picture of the Year. I know it and Anora are really close, okay? I like them both. I think I might have liked Conclave a little bit more. I understand that makes me the enemy. But I also have to say, no disrespect to Gen Z, but unlike you, I've actually seen both Anora and Conclave. So I understand if you've only seen Anora and not seen Conclave, you're like, Anora's fresh and Conclave is boring. I could understand. If I had only seen one of them, I would probably think the same thing. You'd be like, oh, it's a stodgy movie about the Catholic Church. It's not. It's a lively movie about the Catholic Church, man. Anyway, you'll cry during I'm Still Here. I think that's fair. I basically cry. I feel bad. I cry in like almost every movie I watch. I did not cry during My Old Ass. And that's a movie that actually has some like parent and kid like relationship stuff that normally is the kind of stuff that in like a Google Meet commercial can really like extract a tear from me. But My Old Ass, I don't know. I felt like it didn't earn it. I apologize. My fiance cried at the end of Black Panther yesterday. I believe you're leaving out one relevant. First off, based, me too, although it was like 7 years ago. But secondarily, I believe you're leaving out one piece of information. Ruth Conda forever? I know that's right, man. People were very confused when I did that in the theater. My neurodivergent wife enjoyed watching Dee Dee? Yes, sir, I know that's right. I didn't cry during Dee Dee either, I'm sorry to say. I guess there's maybe... There is some stuff that swings for it. I personally thought like maybe it didn't get there, but I still liked it. I still enjoyed the movie. Give me this. This is a strange start, I'll admit. Did you cry at Sing Sing? I'm not allowed to answer that question. I liked Sing Sing too. I'm not an anti-Sing Sing. I finished the movie and I was like, that was pretty inspiring, but overall I give it like a 3.5. Not me looking at the distribution on Letterboxd and seeing that it's like 80% 5-star reviews, 9% 4.5, 8% 4, and I'm like, I can't give it. I give this a 3.5. People are gonna kill me, man. They're gonna shoot me dead. Did you know that they don't make the motherfuckers in the Academy watch all the movies that are nominated for the awards? They can literally just vote based on like the movies that they saw. What the fuck is... No, I didn't see it on Twitter. I saw it on Reddit because the post was like, I think this is a little bit fucked up. And it was like 7 Academy members anonymously admitted that they haven't seen Dune 2 because they didn't like Dune 1. Well, I guess that's, now that I think about it, that's kind of fair. If you didn't like Dune 1, you're probably not going to be fucking with Dune 2. But they should fucking watch it because, like, isn't it their job? I guess their job is, like, making movies. Whatever. I don't care. I've decided I don't care. Just put the Conclave in the bag, little bro. I did see the other... Yes, thank you for bringing it up. The 2 people who said, I'm not voting for Ralph Fiennes for Best Actor, which he's not likely to win anyway because of Adrian Brody and Timmy C, and maybe even an outside chance of Sebastian Stan. They said, I'm not voting for Ralph Fiennes for Best Actor because he's already won for Schindler's List when he fucking didn't win for Schindler's List, man. Isabel Rossellini crushed it. I don't think I'm a real critic because when I saw that Isabella Rossellini was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, I was like, she didn't do anything. She has like literally 5 lines in the whole movie. Now she has a scene-stealing little, I don't know, like 3-line bit that's really good, but I think it was kind of a legacy a legacy award, to be honest, but that's okay. Like Kieran? Well, that's listen, I'm not an expert, but that's category fraud in the other direction, right? He's a co-lead, bro. Now, it's a great performance. Is it a supporting performance? Well, I don't know. He's got like 49% of the movie instead of 51% of the movie. I don't know if I would call it. That's a co-lead situation to me, but that's true. He is supporting his family with the paycheck. I never really thought about that. Who's the other Culkin, man? So you got Macaulay, obviously. Ah! You got Kieran. Rory is the kid from Signs, right? What's Rory up to these days? He's the kid from Signs who, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know the scene that I'm referencing here? Where they're like, Rory, what the fuck are you doing up against the fucking grate, bro? Get out of here. And then you just see like the alien claw come and grab him. They don't say that in the movie. We need a Gen Z Signs, man. Are you guys ready? So I watched Anora. I watched My Old Ass. And you can't see it yet because it's never going to happen to you, but I know that it will happen to you because I thought it was never going to happen to me. You know how, like, when you watch the Avengers Age of Ultron, you're like, this is like the crystallization of millennialism. Like, when you watch it, you're like, this is the millennial, even though Joss Whedon is Gen X, like, this is the most millennial dialogue that's ever existed in any movie. You are not ready for how you're going to feel about some of the dialogue in these movies in about 10 years. Now, it's current, it's contemporary, it's relevant to the times. When you watch Booksmart in 2032, you're going to be like, maybe Gen Alpha has a point with them roasting us all the time. I know it doesn't sound like that's ever going to happen because Gen Alpha is literally like shitting in their diapers right now, but it'll happen, man. And I like Booksmart, even though I'm not fucking with Olivia Wilde. Also, Booksmart gets glazed because they used You Oughta Know. That was part of the Alanis Renaissance for sure. You didn't like Anora? No, I liked Anora. I gave it a 4 and a heart. And honestly, having seen the two movies that are very likely to produce the Best Actress winner, I think that Mikey Madison, she would have my vote over Demi Moore. That's nothing against Demi, but I was going to say she's too old. I'm sorry, she's too old. Mikey Madison isn't even from Brooklyn, but I believe that she was from Brooklyn. All Demi Moore had to do was be old, which she is. No talent. Telomere Merchant. I'm joking! Her accent kind of came in and out. Bro, she's code switching to try to seem more respectable to the Russian oligarchs, okay? You don't know, you didn't read the subtext, bro. You didn't read the fucking subtext, man. You know what bothered me, though, is like, why didn't she pick up the controller, man? Like, literally, her husband is like playing a game, and she's like, there's people here that are trying to kill me. And he's like, can you just wait till the end of the lobby? And she's like, no, like, I'm scared. I know, but like, you're going to be scared in 5 minutes anyway. Just wait till the end of the lobby. Like, chill. Like, you can't, it's a multiplayer game. What game was his ass playing? It was a Call of Duty for sure. He had Call of Duty movements on his hands. It would have been fucking sick if he was playing Slay the Spire. But then it would have broken immersion because she would have been like, just pause it. It's turn-based. Babe, you have Snecko Eye. You don't need to calculate your energy costs. Just take the Meteor Strike. Just put Meteor Strike in the bag. Yeah, I remember when Frank Underwood was playing Call of Duty. In hindsight, we should have known that was a bit of a red flag. He did play Monument Valley on his iPad, too. They should reshoot it with Jack Black. Yeah. When he hits the kasha right before he pushes the journalist in front of the train. Dude, my daughter made an I Am Steve reference. She saw the Minecraft trailer on YouTube, and then she was telling me, she was like, it's so funny. A man shows up and says, I am Steve. And I was like, you know what? I've heard of this. I've heard of this part of the trailer. Sebastian Stan, though. Yeah, I still got to see A Real Man. It's $1.99 on Amazon Prime Video Canada right now. A Different Man, that's right. The Real Man is... I got it confused with A Real Pain. You love A Real Pain that much? I liked it a lot. I don't know if Jesse Eisenberg has one defender. It's me, man. But I think he has like lots of defenders. Have you considered how annoying Kieran Culkin was? I mean, like, Ricky, you're saying the quiet part out loud. Is like, was I touched by the tragedy of Kieran Culkin's character? Yeah, for sure. Would I have crashed the fuck out if he let me sleep through the train station we were supposed to get off on in a foreign country on our short vacation? I would have freaked the fuck out. I would have lost my mind. And all Jesse Eisenberg does is like the dude, Kieran Culkin takes the longest piss of all time. And he's like, sometimes my cousin's annoying. Like, he's a better man than I am. I would have been losing my mind. Also, I don't want to go smoke pot on the roof of my Polish hotel because I don't know how the fucking emergency exits work, man. Like in North America, all the doors that say fire door, do not open, alarm will sound are literally lying. None of them will sound the alarm when you push the door. It just doesn't happen. But that might be different in Poland. Maybe we go up to the roof in Poland, we push the door and the whole hotel has to evacuate. I don't know how that shit works there. I don't know the cultural norms. Sometimes it's a silent alarm. Who the fuck installed a silent fire alarm? That shit is like something the Joker would come up with. Haven't watched any of the Best Picture nominees, but Nickel Boys sounds like the best of the bunch. Well, first off, you shouldn't have an opinion on that having seen none of them. You've seen none of them? You haven't even seen Dune 2? It made like $500 million at the box office and has been out for 11 months. Also, I have some horrible news for you. Nickel Boys, I'm only 2/3 of the way through. It seems good. Oh, fuck. It seems good and it seems important, but I definitely think that it is, for now, it's at the bottom of my Best Picture nominated films that I've actually seen. I haven't seen I'm Still Here yet. I haven't seen Wicked. No, I'm sorry, Conclave clears it. I haven't seen Emilia Perez. I have seen Anora, Sing Sing, Conclave, Dune 2, The Substance. That's right, I've seen The Substance. Conclave the worst? You're insane. If you don't think Emilia Perez is the worst, you should die. Isn't it like, it's running like, I'm not saying it's good, I haven't seen it, and I understand the controversy. It's running like a distant fourth in prediction markets, right? Like Anora and Conclave are like 40%, 40% each, and then like The Brutalist is the dark horse, and then Emilia Perez is like, if somehow everything goes wrong, this has like a 2% chance of winning, and then everything else is like 0. A Different Man review. Can I be honest with you? A Different Man to me is like, I want to say it's like the anti-Substance, in the sense that I think they're both good. When I watched The Substance, right after I watched it, I rated it and gave it a 4.5. As time has gone on, I've been like, you know what? I might pull that down a little bit. I'm not going to debase myself. I'm not going to distrust myself. I'm going to trust that initial 4.5 rating and not go and relitigate it like over and over and over again. But in my head, it might be like a 3.5 now. A Different Man, I watched and enjoyed it. I gave it 4. But then the more I've like tossed it around in my head over the past 36 hours, the more I'm like, that actually might be, it's a heavy 4. Let's put it that way. That might be a 4.5. It might even be on the low side of 5. It might be like a 4.50 that rounds up.
That's bait.
That's how I feel about Spider-Man No Way Home. It's a tough rewatch. Buddy, we're not talking about the same. No disrespect, okay, to the Spider-Man fans. It's Monday morning. We don't have to get started off on the wrong foot. I'm just saying, they're not on the same frequency of the spiritual radio station. Let's put it that way. Can I also say A Different Man, perhaps the most courageous movie of all time? Because when you're watching, especially like the last 20 minutes of that movie, you're like, I fucking hate Oswald, bro. This guy is so fucking annoying. Shut the fuck up, dude. Make a mistake, bitch. Make a mistake. Stop being perfect, motherfucker. You're like, you hate that dude. You also kind of hate the, Sebastian Stan, but I'm like, damn, I fucking hate this guy, dude. And it's great too, because there's absolutely no reason to hate him, except you're like, man, shut the fuck up. Yeah, of course you fucking killed it at karaoke. Of course you're fucking cracked at the saxophone or whatever, you fucking bitch. Yeah, of course you're a goated actor, motherfucker. Fuck you, man. No, sorry, I was not, yeah, good at switch boxing. Oh, man. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was twisted. I thought it was very good. I thought Sebastian Stan did a great job. I loved it. And can I say that I finished Nickel Boys and I enjoyed well, enjoyed is not really the right word. I appreciated it more in the second half than in the first half. I do think, and you might think that this is anathema to art, I do think the movie would be better if it was about 40 minutes shorter. But I am a sucker for a movie that like sticks the ending. Like La La Land, good movie, great ending. That elevates it to a classic in my mind. Nickel Boys, there was some stuff that I personally was like, I get what they're doing here, but I feel like they could have tightened the picture up. Either way, I did enjoy it more by the end. Calling La La Land a classic is an option. You wouldn't get it. That's fine. I know. It's not your fault that when you were like 21, you saw a video essay that was like, the Academy loves when people make movies about making movies, and then that has been ossified in your brain as an opinion. It's not your fault. There's plenty of shit that was like fed into me by the media that I can't change during my most formative years. La La Land is a beautiful movie. Oh! We were there, man. We were there. It's Chazelle's best. I don't know, man. I really like Whiplash. It didn't stick the landing for me. Okay, well, you can fucking use AI to make a better ending for Whiplash, where he stands up to the teacher and says, no, I'm not going to do this. I think I'll just settle for being like the third best jazz drummer in my zip code instead of the best jazz drummer that I can be. But you wouldn't fucking get it. That would undermine the whole point of the picture. You don't get it, man. You don't understand the fuzzy borderline between obsession and illness, okay? You don't get it, man. You don't get it. If they fired J.K. Simmons from the university, like if the movie ended with like he's about to hit the opening note, but instead like sirens come in and the police come in and arrest him, and they're like, you're going to jail for being a bad person. That would be kind of funny though. It reminds me of the guy in chat who was like, I went to the bathroom close to the end of American Fiction, and I came in during one of the fake endings and got really confused. When you fucking... No, sorry for the spoiler. This is a spoiler. It's basically a fake spoiler. You go to the bathroom when he's on like a teleconference with his agent, and then you come back and he's being shot on stage after winning like Book of the Year award. That is a certified bald guy moment for sure. Coleman robbed. Hey, I'm not the biggest Sing Sing fan, but I would say Coleman Domingo did give an amazing performance in the movie. He deserved to be nominated for sure. Is A Different Man the substance for boys? No, they have some similarities for sure, but no, it's not. This because the substance is gross, and I respect that. A Different Man is more like the substance is like a Sam Raimi movie, and A Different Man is like a Charlie Kaufman movie. I watched The Complete Unknown, and I've only heard your gay Bob Dylan parodies. That's fucked for you, because the movie takes place before most of the songs came out in the gay Bob Dylan oeuvre. Like, you're really listening to, like, Song for Woody and shit like that, which actually would be a fucking great song for gay Bob Dylan, now that I think about it. That's a good point. I never thought about that, man. I thought he died in 1977. Buddy, he's still alive to this day. He's still fucking touring, man. Dune 2 got snubbed last night. Listen, I love Dune 2. I think it's a triumph, right? But expecting it to win like Best Picture at the Oscars is insane. That's like expecting Nickel Boys to win like Best Movie at the MTV Movie Awards. It's just not going to happen. Like that shit is going to a Nicholas Sparks movie or like Spider-Man. You know, it's just there's different award shows for different themes and different, examples of the medium. Lord of the Rings won Best Picture. Okay, well, the people aren't ready for this yet. The Lord of the Rings Best Picture win was a Legacy Award. It should have won for Fellowship. But in 2003, they were like, we're not going to give it to this because we don't know if they're going to stick the landing, and also this shit is for kids. It was only after they demonstrated that they did all the fucking shit and landed it that they were like, okay, we have to give you the Oscar for Best Picture. So Dune 3 could win. I don't know. It depends if Sean Baker has a movie coming out that year. I don't know. It's not for kids. I'm sorry. Lord of the Rings is for kids, which is fine. It's also for adults, but it's anything that can be enjoyed by kids is also for kids. And I don't mean that if you take that as an insult, you might want to examine what that means within yourself. Like I don't mean this to be rude. If your favorite movie of all time is The Empire Strikes Back, it's a great movie. It is a kid's movie, which is fine. But it's not a grown-up movie. There's a man in a black helmet with a laser sword and magical powers, right? I didn't watch all the Oscars, by the way, but I did catch more of it than I thought. Can I say something? I was like, oh, great, a James Bond tribute? Turns out Doja Cat can fucking sing, man. I had no idea. I was not a Doja Cat disrespecter. She's got fucking pipes on her, man. I had no idea. Duh. Well, like every song that I've heard her sing, it wasn't like a James Bond style theme. It was like a pop song or a rap. So hearing her belt out some fucking James Bond themes, she was doing good work, man. Her hair was so bad. You literally are like a r/faux moi moderator, man. She's at work. Why are you fucking talking about her hair? You're being weird. She's at work, man. She's performing a service right now. Thoughts on Timmy's yellow suit? He can do no wrong, in my opinion. You know, in like Civ 6, when you build Chichen Itza first and you enter like a golden age, so you get like twice as much wheat for a year or something like that. That's what Timothée Chalamet is in for me right now. We're in the Chalamet golden age. It may not last forever. I would be surprised if it did last forever. But for like a year or 2 years, he's in the golden age. I'm not over Steven Yeun. I will see Mickey 17. If you think the Oscars were fucked up, man, wait till you see my Game of the Year list when Trickshot Simulator is in the top 5. There's no way. Well, okay, we're a sixth of the way through the year, but there's no shot it's not in the top 10. That's just not feasible. There's never been a year that came out with 10 games better than this. You bought low on Jack Black. You still holding the position? Employees of NL Wealth Management may hold positions in actors and actresses that are talked about on this show. This is for entertainment purposes only and is not intended to serve as financial advice as to what actors and actresses you should invest in. Yeah, I'm still holding Jack Black. And there's been some volatility for sure, but I'm still holding Jack Black. Also, I have to hold a little bit because I think my daughter is going to want to see the Minecraft movie as her first real movie in theaters. So I've got to hold it for now. Oh, no. Buddy, she's like 4 years old. Like, this isn't going to be the first bad movie I've seen with her. Trust me. Glow is the best movie to see. I'm like... I'm sorry. No, I can't do this. I'm not saying Flow is bad. I want to see it. I want to see it because it'll make me cry. But the thing is, like, my kid is like... Your kid is not like your rate your music account, right? If your kid wants to see the Letterboxd movie... the Minecraft movie, you take them to see the Minecraft movie because they're interested in it. You can't just be like, no, the Minecraft movie's not Kino. You take them to see, the Wild Robot instead. If they want to see the Wild Robot, that's fine. You take them to see the Wild Robot. But if they want to see like Dog Man, you take them to see Dog Man. They're 4. Crazy that Mikey Madison won over that lady. Okay, first off, show some respect. Her name's Demi Moore. Secondly, of course she won. Demi Moore didn't have to act. She just had to be old. It's literally like she was doing a nonfiction performance. So, of course she fucking won. I hate this bit, but it's really funny. You got it, Megrasta, you got to admit the bit is really funny. And basically entirely stolen from Prezzo. And that shit in the substance wouldn't have fucking happened if she just followed the rules. But she got a little greedy. She wanted it too bad. And all of a sudden, it went wrong, man. All she had to do was respect the balance, man, and switch every 7 days or whatever. Demi Moore didn't break the rules first. Margaret Qualley did. Bro, they are one. Don't forget, they are one. That being said, Demi Moore, honestly, it reflects poorly on her that she got so jealous of Margaret Qualley having a sick-ass life that she, like, took it out on her. She didn't respect the balance, man. She didn't switch every 7 days. Also, she was eating way too much rotisserie chicken when she was in charge of Elizabeth Sparkle. Like, I respect that you got to have a hobby or whatever, but at the same time, like, that's a lot of chicken, man. And the eggs, oh my God. And the shrimp. That wasn't her, that was Dennis Quaid, but the fucking shrimp, man. Holy. That's gross. Shrimp was the grossest part. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but there was a part close to the end where, like, okay, the shrimp was pretty gross. And then, when they put the needle into the pus, man. Oh, that's the worst. Chibley, you should, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't like it because it forces you, and it's not your fault you're Gen Z, but I know your generation, you're still young. I would have been in the same position. I don't want to watch a movie that, at age 24, that would have made me find out an uncomfortable truth about myself. But maybe you're a fucking real one. You should watch A Different Man. I think I would love to know your thoughts on A Different Man. Not the Robbie Williams one. We've been over this. It's a Paddington situation first. Should I watch Nickel Boys? If you haven't watched a heavy drama in 3 months, you should watch Nickel Boys. If you've watched one within the last week, build up an appetite first. Can you give examples of other heavy dramas? I should not have watched Sing Sing and Nickel Boys within like 8 days of each other. That was not, that wasn't the right, that was like ordering like 2 different soups at the Thai restaurant. You don't need 2 different soups. You need a soup and like a rice or a noodle dish, and then maybe like a drink. You don't need 2 soups. Did you like Conclave? I liked Conclave a lot, man. What about Convex? I haven't seen that one yet. So that's the one where everybody but the Pope dies, right? Did you spoil Conclave for me? Do you know what a conclave is, Chibley? It's like a fucked up thing to try to shame somebody for. So I don't even know if like one of them has happened in your lifetime. But maybe, yeah. I'm pretty sure Pope John Paul II died in like 2005 or something. There's been 2? Honestly, I get the Francis and the Benedict confused. Like, I kind of think that, to me, that's just one guy. Even though, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I don't mean this to be rude. The one who retired looked like Emperor Palpatine, and the one who's sick now looks like old Corey, right? That's the 2. And then John Paul II was just like old guy. I don't want my Pope to get old. They should try something different, man. I don't know if anyone's ever thought of this. They should get like a young Pope. They don't care about the young popes, yeah. Talking about the old books. That would totally work. But we've got to get Peter, Bjorn, and John back together. This is their moment, man. This is their fucking moment. Should I watch Anora? Yeah, it's weird to say this. It's fun. It's not like a snooty Best Picture winner. And it's not fun in like the Red Notice way where you're like, oh, you could just put it on. Is it true that the movie has back shots? Yeah. Back shots, girl on top, missionary, mostly back shots. I feel like it was mostly back shots. No, sorry, girl on top is Penelope Cruz, right? Little Pedro Almodovar joke for you. Should see it at some point. Should I watch Conclave with my spouse? That's a fucking crazy question, man. Should I watch Conclave with my spouse? Yeah? I don't know why you would watch it alone if you had the option to watch it with your spouse. You're missing a piece of information. The one thing I will say, because I feel like for people who haven't seen it, I understand why the neutral observer was rooting for Anora over Conclave. Anora is fresh, and it's good. It's even great. It's fresh. It's hipper. It speaks to a younger crowd. And then it looks like Conclave is typical, like eating like an unsalted boiled chicken. Like it's the it's the Academy being like a movie about a serious subject. Like I was talking about a Conclave with a friend of mine, and he was like, I just don't know if I have the appetite to watch like all the stuff about the abuse. And I'm like, you got the wrong movie, man. I understand why you would see it and be like, this is probably a movie about like the abuse of the Catholic Church, but it's not. It's just like, it's like Pope Knives Out, kind of. He had it confused with Spotlight. Like Conclave is also, it's interesting, but Conclave is also fun. It's like a mystery. And it does look beautiful. It's a beautiful looking movie. Chibli, I'm not gonna watch Uncle Boone Me Who Remembers Past Lives on the bike, man. Your full foray into art house cinema, I think you gotta do it yourself, and that's fine. I encourage you to do so. On the bike, I gotta stay with like a real pain type, like, it's a great movie, but it's not experimental, I guess. Just like a good movie, man. Kate'll vouch. I was kind of movie mogging when we had the Oscars on. She was like, I haven't seen any of these. And I was like, seen it. And then when I hadn't seen it, I just kept my mouth shut. And then I seen it. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that one's pretty good. That one wasn't that good, but he was really good in it.
Oh, I don't have time.
It is crazy that Wicked didn't win Best Makeup, because I'm like, that lady is not green, man. I thought it was like automatic.
What did? They got an award for that?
I think he went to the Substance instead. What's the genre of music in Persona? Where it's like the RJD2 beats in the background, and then like a man with a voice like a muted saxophone pops out and like reads his grocery list to you. Jazz. Rap jazz. The hardest beat you've ever heard. Bass, I'm frying bananas, I'm flying the kite, I'm seeing the nanas. Treble, I'm a downright rebel, you wouldn't believe what I do in Bevel. I don't know what it is, but I want more of it. This is the song you play when you're going to the bathroom in Persona.